What is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. It is Hump Day. That means it's time for the Hump Day Happy Hour. And I have new headphones, and that did not work out at all. I'm going to tell you what. So, funny story. Everybody's going to learn it live just like I just learned.
Ooh.
I've got to figure out some settings because normally I will have my StreamYard right here and my YouTube stream over here. And guess what? They were both playing through my headphones at the same time. So that music was really loud and being doubled.
Oh, so you're hearing yourself talk, and then about 6 seconds later, you hear yourself talk?
No. I was just.
But you hear yourself talking. About 6 seconds later, you hear yourself talk?
Shut up, Dan. I was just hearing that music double loud and doubled. So yeah. It was like really, really crazy. Anyway, welcome to Hump Day Happy Hour. We got a great
stream, everybody.
We got a great stream tonight, but first we're going to pop over here and thank the Patreons, including my two newest Patreons, November 8 Lima Hotel, local activator actually, and November 3 X-Ray Lima Sierra. Happy Easter. Thank you guys very much for joining Patreon, and hopefully you'll take part in some of the benefits or pains, as some people might think they are. But thank you very much. And then we're going to head over here to the YouTube channel members. And I think I said it Sunday night, but if not, welcome Kilo Echo 4 Eastern Standard Time. And no, we're not going to say his name like Terry does. And then last but not least, we're going to go over the fourth quarter, the finals. And that right there is how everybody sat. I almost feel sorry for Terry. He sat number one spot all the way up to the last Wednesday of the month and finishes in the fourth spot.
I know
Terry,
how that feels.
They did you wrong, Terry, but you're already starting it out for this year. I seen that $30 super chat. Thank you very much, Terry. We appreciate you. All right. And now we're going to turn over to correspondent Dan the Man.
I know how that feels, Terry. Don't feel bad. You know, when Toby sneaks up from behind you and kicks you off your throne and says, "This is mine." And I'm like, awesome. No, first of all, I don't know if people will remember, but a while back when Bean passed away, KC1 MEB, Joe, November 3 X-Ray Lima Sierra, put together a thing to get her a brick at the ARR headquarters. That has been done. There is her brick. And Joe sent Ant an email too, and he says it's a very awesome thing that we did in the Discord community to get that brick in there, and he was very, very thankful of it. And I'm sure everybody has heard the news so far, but our esteemed friend Jerry, Alpha Delta Zero Bravo Charlie, has passed away. If you're involved in Pota in any way, shape, or form, he has chucked you one way or the other, being a staple on your activations, always calling. I know for one, I'm going to miss your 3 in Missouri's. So God bless you, Jerry, and see you again soon, brother.
Definitely going to miss the 3 threes. That's just like every activation thing for me, you know?
Yeah. He will be missed dearly.
Absolutely. Seen a lot of activators out on the first activating in his honor, so.
For sure.
And now for weather with Hayden. I'm just kidding. What's going on, Hayden?
Snow on Sunday, or on Saturday, or it's gonna rain on Saturday. Anywhere near here. There you go. There's your weather.
Oh, funny stuff. And I look like a snowman. My lighting is way off tonight.
Here, man.
A little pasty, brother.
Here, man. We'll all fit in with you. Hold on a minute. All right, let's go.
I don't know how to do that. Oh, that was green.
But no, it's been a week. I've been getting over got a head cold or something. right now because I'm baked up on Dayquil.
That's what you sound like,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah, my head. It feels like my head's in a vice. You ever seen the movie Casino where they got the dude's head in a vice and his eyeball pops out? That's what my head feels like right now. Just, oh my god, I feel horrible. We're making it work, but no, it's been a sad week, dude. It's been a sad week because Jerry and just some other personal stuff, but mainly Jerry. Man, that's just sudden sad news. That's kind of shocked everybody in the Pota community, I think. But,
It can definitely be a gut punch.
yeah. Kind of puts it in perspective. When it's your time, you know.
Yep.
That's right.
Enjoy every day to the fullest, guys, because you never know. But what's been going on, Hayden? Do you get about time to get your boat back in the water, isn't it?
Oh, we got a couple months still.
I see Terry's already getting the sea-doos warmed up for this quarter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're going to start going down there about March 1st and start doing all the things we got to do and hopefully have it in for my birthday, the end of April.
Yeah.
But started a new project at work. Somebody decided to take those self-climbing deer stands?
Yeah.
Somebody used one of them on a telephone pole and went up and cut an 1800 pair cable in half. And then proceeded to go down 5 more poles and cut it down again and took it and recycled it.
Oh my god!
So we've got an 1800 pair cable.
I wonder who did that.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
God almighty!
There's still tents over the side of the field where we're at. It's funny. But it's in like a marshy area, so the company had like these fiber boards put down. So we've got a whole road and a cul-de-sac and all kinds of turnarounds. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. So yeah, that's where I'll be for the next 2-3 weeks.
What's going on, Curtis? Roger. Hope you're feeling a little bit better, buddy. Good to see you in here. As always, Brian, Truffle Butter's in here. Terry, Delta Zulu Tango, K Murder. How y'all doing tonight? Chris, Lou, Hiking Hammond. What's going on, buddy? PP Man, Chris, Liz and the gang, Andy Kiley, a staple. Man, we got a house full tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I guess we got better get on topic anyway. My lighting ain't going to work tonight. I'm just going to be the gray man, I believe.
You still look beautiful.
I don't care anymore. Gray is the look. It's winter. It's my winter look. You know.
That's right.
Anyway, so this year, I have decided that I want to find the best Pota youth there is out there. So I'm going to run sort of a Pota youth competition. Now, if you want in the Pota youth competition, your parents need to send me an email and find out all the details and stuff. I have talked to a few people who are interested, and it's going to be quite exciting because I'm not judging this competition. I'm going to have other judges, but I'm going to actually be coming out and working with the kids, with their parents present. I'm not Terry, but with working with the kids, and it's going to be all aspects of Pota. They're going to be graded on hunting, activating, setting up the stations, all of it, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
That's a great movie. And just a caveat here, guys. We did clarify either last stream or stream before. I can't remember. That is a youth, physically, not mentally.
Anyway, the categories that we're going to run 2 different categories. We're going to run 13 and over and 12 and under. So if you're a 9-year-old who don't want to go against the bigger Pota people that's been out there a year or so, it's still good. So we're going to run 2 different categories as well. So I'm pretty sure that all of Liz's kids are going to compete. They haven't really let me know whether Kaylee is going to compete or not, but she is welcome to compete. She hasn't got her general yet, but she will be getting her general by the time I get out there to activate with them. And besides that, she does CW, so she could compete straight off CW. You don't have to know CW to be in this competition, but if you are doing CW as well as sideband, I'm not going to say that the judges might not look at that for some bonus points. So depends if she gets her general. I would just tell her to do it anyway, because we'll just put her out there. We'll just have her like activating CW like 43 words a minute and wowing everybody. Oh, the adult category. I thought about doing something with the adults too, but I can't find somebody to judge who the most retarded Pota activator is.
That would be a hell of a competition. It'd be hard to judge for sure. I wouldn't want to be a judge.
You know what? I wouldn't
be a participant.
I wouldn't want to be a judge on who's the biggest lid on the Pota Facebook page. Because I'll tell you, man, they're driving me insane over there.
I've got a list.
Yeah, I'm not going into it because it ain't Sunday, but man, they've really got some good ones going on this week. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? But anyway, so yeah, the plan is, and if there's 400 entrants, there's going to be more than just me going out to do the working with them. But I don't see there being that many entrants, so I plan on doing all of it. I'll go out and I'll work with them. I'll take my notes and I'll do filming of it. And then I'm going to let 3 judges. There's going to be 3 judges pick the winner. Or I may even just put the videos up and do it like what is that? The Voice or whatever. How the judges have to turn around for them, but then the people vote. I may just let you guys vote. I don't know how the winner's going to be determined yet, but I definitely
have to figure that out. Maybe we can do something with the chat.
I definitely don't think that I'm trying to figure out something here. Why is that?
Yeah, we could do a vote of some sort.
I'm just totally confused about that in the chat. I'm probably going blind or something though. Anyway,
I know what he was saying.
Some of the youths that I'd like to see in it. Of course, I'd like to see the Pearsons in it. The Roses. The thing with the Roses is they also have cousins that are quite active in Pota. I'd like to see Cameron get in there. There's another kid out in Michigan that's starting. He may even get in it because he's right down the street from the Roses. He might as well, since I'll wipe out a whole. I'll have to spend a week up there evaluating people. But I think it'll be a lot of fun because there it is. Kilo India 8. Larry just put it in chat.
Alpha November.
So that's the plan. We're gonna go out and have some fun because I'm big into youths and ham radio, and I want to help keep them going, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. What do you guys think?
I think it'll be a blast just to see them compete against each other and see the friendly camaraderie, the camaraderie. I can talk camaraderie that comes out of it.
Well, after doing the PZN challenge last year, that was for everybody, but primarily the adult operators. So it would be time to do something for all the youth ham radio operators, get them involved in all the shenanigans. The youths.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you, the PZN challenge is going again this year, Hayden, and there's definitely some people that's trying for it. I know one guy who competed last year and decides he ain't doing it this year. He said he's about done with that. And that'd be that guy over there. He couldn't. What it was, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Dan barely scraped by with 365 days. When he found out that there were 366 days in this year.
That's right, it's a leap year.
He said, "Ain't no way, ain't no way."
Somebody told me, they said, 2024 is a leap year if you're going to do the PZN challenge. I said, what?
Yeah.
No way.
He said, I can't do one more day. There's no way.
No. That's crazy talk, man.
Yeah, but as far as things go right now, you've hunted him every day.
No.
Oh, you haven't? Oh.
I deliberately skipped the January 1st. I've hunted him every day since January 1st just to, rack up QSOs and get different awards with him. I'm not going to stop hunting him. I'm still working on different levels of different awards. But no, I got that monkey off my back the first day of the year. I said, I'm not hunting the first day of the year. I didn't mind doing it at all. Let me tell you, man, it was a blast last year. I mean, there were times it was really, really annoying and really stressful.
Mm-hmm.
But I look back on it as a whole, and it was really fun. So,
yeah, there were some moments when it was iffy for you. That's for sure.
That's true.
But he always got in there. Oh, that's 5 people finished that challenge. I mean, that's just absolutely crazy. Let's see here.
Yeah, I mean, there were times, Eric. I mean, you joke about having to do weird stuff. I know there's stories about having to go outside of your normal day-to-day activities that are worse than mine. But yeah, I've stopped my own activations before to fire up remote to my house just so I can hunt them. Yeah. It was really hard the 2 weeks that I was on my big rove up the East Coast and back doing those 15 states. Sometimes it was really iffy. But hey, we got it done. It was a lot of fun.
Ham radio hobby. I'm filming on the Munster set.
He time traveled back to the 50s.
Yeah, that's why I'm black and white. It's your television. Shake it a little bit.
You need to put a lot of treble in your microphone and go, "This is the ham radio adventure guy from the 1950s.
Oh. It wasn't that bad, and then I got to messing with it and it got worse.
But no, for everybody doing the PZN challenge this year, I'll just say good luck. I hope you can stick with it. And when you get to December 31st, you will pat yourself on the back. And unless you're a crazy narcissist like Kilo 8 Golf Corvette, you probably won't do it again. But it's fun.
Well, that's not true. 4 out of the 5 who did it are doing it again this year.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear just Kilo 8 Golf Corvette. He's not the only one, Dan.
Go the other way.
I'm playing with it.
It's not Sunday.
It's not. It's like it's not taking it. It's not helping any way I go. Do a YouTube video on lighting.
Yeah, there you go.
It normally works just fine.
We control the horizontal.
Kilo Charlie for Bang Bang. What's going on, buddy? The Duke of Alabama is here.
What's here? Here we go. You can change that.
Yeah, that's
there. We go.
Oh, that's a little better.
Yeah, the zombie filter. That was a good one.
The zombie filter. Anyway, I ain't playing with it on stream. I don't care what I look like. If you're here to see what I'm look like, you're on the wrong stream anyway. My Only Hams account is up on the other site, so you have to head over there. Anyway, I'd like to hear what the chat thinks on what categories they would like to see the kids compete in. That's really what I want to hear. And just so you know, if you are wanting your child in this, or if you're a child and you're wanting your parents to email me to get you into this, they have to sign a waiver saying they agree that it's okay to film you and put you on YouTube and all that good crap.
Does it have to be radio related, or we can do like a teeter-totter challenge?
No, the teeter-totter challenge is in Dayton this year, and that's for the adults.
That is true. A square knot category.
Hey, thank you very much, Kilo Oscar, for fart sniffing zebra. Now he's fart sniffing zombie. Okay, I've been calling him fart sniffing zebra every time he hunts me.
Well, obviously it'll be Pota related, I'm thinking. So, I don't know how well they handle. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can judge somebody, how well they handle a pileup, by number of contacts.
So we don't have any criteria set up for what they're going to do?
Oh, well, I know what they're going to do. But, if there's something specific you guys want them to be judged on, I want to make sure and get that on film better,
Eddie has a good one, set up of their station. So antenna set up, radio set up.
That's a definite. They're going, like I said, they're going to hunt. I want to watch them hunt. That's part of Pota. How they break the pileups, how good they do with not being a lid, which I'm sure the youths are fine with not being a lid. But activating, they're going to do their own setup. From get go, all of it, the whole shebang. But I was curious if there you go, log and efficiency. That's a good one.
Yeah, got to be accurate doing that for sure.
Pick 5 questions from the last license class that they just passed. Just pick 5 random questions from like the general pool and see if they know the answer.
I'm glad I'm not in that.
I was going to say that's not fair. I probably couldn't pass that, Aiden.
Well, just to see. I mean, you can pick the questions, make them simple, make them the same for everybody.
Hold on. I got to click on this. Sorry, Hayden.
No worries. Whoa. Wait a minute. Subtract points for Yesu. Well, somebody's living in an inverse world.
Yeah, somebody's definitely, I'm just gonna say this. Yezu is a very valuable commodity, and that's all I'm going to say right now.
I love mine.
I'm going to say that the children said no way to which one.
Probably
to mine.
Kids are usually
about the license.
Kids are usually better ops than most old people. I'll agree with that. As long as they are taught correctly to start with, I'll agree with that.
Well, I mean, I can't disagree because the only kids that I've been around activating really, in person would be the Pearsons, and I mean, I
Yeah.
happen to know that their Pota Elmer was just like the
They're
greatest
they're
thing since sliced bread.
they're not called the Pearsons anymore. They're now henceforth known as the Monsters.
The monitors,
The Monsters.
all the monsters.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, that's what we do. Is we get a list of who's competing, and and then see then in the private Discord room we run a poll and see who we think's going to do what. Now, I'm excited about it. That's for sure. In fact, how about 7,200? Let's put them on 7,200.
Yeah, I was going to say the 7,200 challenge.
At 8:00 at night on a Saturday.
No, we couldn't submit no kids to that. That's for sure. Oh, poor things. I don't want to submit myself to that. Yeah, I do. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have fun because I get to go hang out with kids.
Mm-hmm.
So the things you learn when you hang out with kids is priceless.
How about a QRP challenge? That's a good one, Chris. Yeah.
I could go with that. Make them activate, and then after they activate, make them do a speed QRP challenge
Mm-hmm.
for QRP for time. Man, I don't know we might get social services called if we do that because that's kind of child abuse making a kid do QRP. They might grow up to be like PP Man.
I was going to say, look how PP Man turned out.
Hello, I'm from DFAX. What are you doing out here with all of these children? Oh, we're just doing a little bit of QRP. Would you please come with me, sir?
Yeah, I had my visitors today. I was so ticked off. So I'm parked off the side of the road, or not the road, but the pull in there. You pull in, and I'm parked over off the side. So anybody else should be parking on the opposite side of me. Some dude pulls in, and I'm in a pileup in his big old white truck. Pulls around that side of me like he's going to my window, and he's driving over my radials. And my blood is just boiling. And he's sitting there, and I just keep working the pile up. And finally, I get done, and I roll down my window like, "Can I help you?" Because I'm not an ambassador right now. I'm mad. You're parked on my radials. He's like, "Are you tracking elk?"
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yes, sir.
No,
I
I'm not tracking elk. I started to say, I'm tracking the Russians. They've been parachuting all across the country.
I'm still to the point, and nobody's done this to me yet. But man, I'm telling you, the first person that comes up and asks me what I'm doing, and if I'm talking to aliens or some kind of weird crap like that, I'm just gonna look at them straight in the eye and go, "You can see me." Yeah, I'm telling you, I can't wait for it to happen.
Well, that's where you spin the clarifier dial and make them sound like Donald Duck.
You gotta look around you. You're like,
yeah, it's like you can see me.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
You can see me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just crazy. There you go. I'm calling in an airstrike.
Yeah.
Calling in an airstrike. You should start running.
We're looking for somebody that's been out here illegally hunting, happen to be in a white truck. You wouldn't happen to know who that is, would you, buddy?
Are you looking for? Are you tracking the elk? I mean, I get it. You know that there is elk in Logan County now, but I'm pretty sure that if I'm out there tracking elk, I'm going to be in like one of the game vehicles, not a Nissan Kick with a 31-foot blaze orange antenna.
Yeah, that antenna is kind of loud, isn't it?
That's what I said. Nope, I'm fishing. No water, no water. I'm fishing, but they ain't biting very good.
All right, Pearsons has spoken. Activations, unique parks activated, sign band contacts, and CW contacts.
No, you can't go unique parks activated because not everybody has the same opportunity to activate the same amount of parks as other kids.
Activations, QSOs.
It has to be what they can do in front of me.
How about the most FT8 contacts?
And that is not going to be in my criteria at all. If you guys want to see that, if the judges want to see that, they're going to have to go out there and film that part yourself. Because I'm not teaching a kid how to watch paint dry. Not going to happen, Jack. Listen, just because I hunted on the first does not mean I'm going to do FT8 too.
I like the Amazing Race idea, though. You should hide equipment around the park. Say if you have it at Chief Logan or just wherever. Hide equipment. So hide your battery here and have like a map. And then
like Survivor.
And then a radio here.
Y'all are ruining other things.
What you asked for ideas. I mean, I did.
Yeah, but you're ruining other things that's happening later in the year. Okay. The kids cannot be doing risky stuff and getting injured in any way. I did not say that later in the year there's not going to be an adult competition.
No.
And it's funny that you mentioned Survivor because it's going to kind of be related around that, whereas in the people who get voted out become the jury and will vote for. So, but that's later in the year. You guys done throwing.
I can't wait for that. Yeah, make that summertime.
You mean Survivor? Like we're supposed to act like we're all like trying to survive, and it's so rough on camera. But when they shut the cameras off, we go eat like steak and crab and lobster.
They don't do that.
Is clothing optional?
Wrong channel again. Oh my God! I'm not looking for their accomplishments, what they've done so far, because some of the youths have been in it longer than the other youths. I'm looking for what they can do. Right, and it's just a hands-on competition, guys. Hands-on. I like the idea of all the stats, but I'm not forcing a kid to start looking at everybody else's stats right now and go out and try to do what I did last year, because it would drive the kids out of radio. Yes, what the judges are going to go by is what you do in front of me on the film. That's how you're going to be judged. That is correct. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm getting ready to put everybody through the same competition that I had planned on putting Ryan and Blake through against each other. Because originally, where I'm their Pota Elmer, I was originally going to put them through an individual competition just because they're brothers. I know how I am with my brother. I want to kick his butt and everything. So
that will be a criteria.
that's definitely a criteria. If I'm a judge, but I'm not a judge, I totally relinquish myself from a judge. Number one, because I was Ryan Blake's Elmer, so that's not fair for me to judge.
I gotta hear it now. I don't know how Blake got more QSOs than Ryan did. Mysteriously, he had broken fingers. I don't know what happened. Brothers will be brothers, man.
Actually, Ryan has more with me than Blake does.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a blast. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what comes of this. It's going to be awesome.
It's definitely going to be fun, and if nothing else, it's going to get the youths out there doing this and having fun. And each one of them is going to have a little profile. It's going to be up on YouTube that they can show their friends and maybe get other youths in. And it's going to be a lot of fun because that's what it's all about. It's not only keeping the youths that we have in it, but getting more and more in it. I don't know if we need to get any more in that Michigan neighborhood because I'll tell you what, if an HOA tried to take over there, they'd look at that neighborhood like, oh, this ain't gonna work.
They were getting you on CW earlier. I said, hold on, I'm standing by for Michigan. That was so awesome.
And here's the thing, each one of them works me individually. In case you guys don't know, they work me individually in CW because I was talking to somebody last night and somebody said something about, does anybody ever say two operators or something when they're doing CW? And they're like, no, everybody has to do their own CW.
Yep.
So, and what's amazing is little Kaylee, who does not have her general yet, she will hunt me with her mom or her dad's call sign on sideband. But when I go to CW, she hunts me with her call sign. So for you adults who are saying, I can't do CW, it's too hard, aka PP man.
Yeah. Even if you're just a tech, you still have CW on 40 meters.
Maybe
not 20, but
PP man. Little Kaylee is in Michigan, so
80, 40, and 15.
If you would like to go over and introduce yourself and get her to help you out learn CW, she might could help you out a little bit.
He says he's been practicing.
It's good. I want him to practice. If he would have stuck with it when he started when same myself and Dan and it was me, Terry. You, him, Dan, Terry, and was it Eddie that used to all take the classes together?
Yes.
Yeah, Eddie was in there.
Yeah. We'd all take the Long Island CW classes together. And every one of us is still doing CW besides the QRP guy. The one person who should want to do CW.
And I know why. I know why he's not doing it.
Why is that?
He got broken by break-in. He forget to turn his break-in on one time, and he swore off CW because his key was broken, and he threw it out the window.
He threw it out the window.
And then he said,
"Well, was it that, or was it the 5 watts?"
He said, "The hell with no, dude, 5
watts on CW is amazing.
All my activations so far on CW this year have been 5 watts, and you'll talk forever on 5 watt CW.
Like you nice. I have never ever struggled on 5 watt CW, Hayden.
I love it.
Never. It's I can get 15 or 20 in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So you don't have an issue with the well, heck, you get 5 or 6 of them when the roses come through.
Yeah. No, the only reason I'm staying on 5 watts right now is because I'm really trying to push my copying skills, so I don't want a pileup yet. I don't mind if they come like 2 at a time, maybe 3 at a time, so I can pick and choose. but I don't want like a choo-choo train wreck like James gets yet. Once I get more used to it, like maybe around April, May, June, probably, I'll go up to 20, 30 watts, so I get a wider spread of people. Yeah.
So you said you want to work on your copying skills.
Yeah.
The ARRL puts out different code speeds, and it's pages out of the QST magazine.
Yep.
I'm almost ready to start listening to them.
I want to better my copying as well, and I want to come out of my zone, with throwing in extra stuff, because that's where 20,000 CW contacts last year, and you pull me out of my zone and I get lost every single time, even though I can copy all those letters. And it's not like if I just wanted to say thank you Hayden, I won't mess up on thank you Hayden. I'll put thank you Hayden just fine, and then I'll freeze on 73, something I send every QSO. Totally, like I'll be like, thank you Hayden.
Yeah.
And mess something up.
We'll just do TY73.
Well, that is thank you, but actually it's TU, but that everybody sends. But it's crazy that like anything. It's like today Robbie worked me, and I sent him. He's even he's putting in the chat right now. I sent him a 5.5 in instead of 5 in, and I looked at my text a little bit later. He's like, "You send numbers now?"
That's great.
It's funny because, and I feel like after I sent that, I feel like I messed something up in that QSO too. And I will tell you, some of the hunters, if you come out of your zone, will mess up. Because yesterday I was working Liz, and I don't even know if she knows it. I think she does because she recalled me. But I put Whiskey 8 Echo Romeo Romeo, and then I put GA for good afternoon. And I hear this reply coming back, so I'm typing her in, and then all of a sudden I hear it say Georgia, and I'm like, I hit a question mark, and he sent back again 5 in, Georgia, and I put call question mark, and he threw his call out, and his call started with a Whiskey 8 and ended with Golf Alpha, so he thought that I was talking to him, and so I went ahead and worked him because once he put his call in, to get him out of the way. And then the next pile, I hear Elizabeth call again, and I work her. So I don't know if she thought I wasn't working her the first time or what, or if she tried and I just heard him. But and it's funny because here's the thing: technically, when I sent back Whiskey 8 Echo Romeo, she went in my log. You know what I'm saying? And then he's answering, and I was like, but if I wouldn't have been paying attention, if I'd have been struggling with my log or something, I would have thought that was her sending back to me. I'd have hit enter, and then he would have been like, "Why didn't you log me on CW? I worked you." I'm like, "You didn't work me." So you do got to pay attention, and there's a couple people that I'll mess up their call by a did off or something like that, and they know that I've got them. But if it's that much off, because Whiskey 8 Echo Romeo GA is not a call, so you got to pay attention. Because I know when I first started CW, the people that put K after their call, I couldn't stand that crap.
Yeah.
And I still really can't stand it if they're like a 2x2 or something, because I think that K is the last part of their call.
I find myself right now, I need to expand my short-term memory of what I hear, because I'll get the prefix just fine. Or if you got like a 1x2 or a 2x1 or even like a 1x3 call sign, 80% of the time I'll get it on the first time. But if you got a longer call sign, I find myself getting your prefix and the number right, and then I got to question mark you to get the suffix of it. I can't retain that in my head for that long.
And actually, because Elizabeth's kids are watching, and I know they're watching because they happen to do 2 days of school, so they could stay up late tonight and watch. So thank you guys very much for being loyal like that. But I did want to say that when you guys are doing CW, pay attention to that question mark, because there's been a couple of times that I was questioning. And some of you've picked it up and some of you haven't. But I'll put November 8 question mark, and then it just gets silent. So pay attention to that question mark, because if you're the one sending to me, I just didn't hear the last part of your call, because I don't know if you know what it sounds like on my end, but turn over to an FTA frequency, and when I go dit, that's what it sounds like. So whatever I hear is probably going to get a question mark. And then sometimes I'm lucky and I just hear two calls all the way through, and I love that. And I love when people pay attention, because just today, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Kilo Echo 4 Eastern Standard Time, and I went straight into like Alpha Echo 4 X-ray. I know it was definitely Chris, Alpha Echo 4 X-ray Oscar. That was a second call, and he did pay attention and answered me right back. And I'm tickled. I worked David today with his daggone cootie key again. I see you out there, David. Cootie key's throwing me still.
I worked a guy when I was in the park. He was on a straight key, I could tell, but it was very badly timed, and it threw my brain for. Oh man, I felt like I had a fifth after that.
He was on his bug. He was on his bug.
It was bad.
Well, I don't like bugs either, Jim.
See you, Curtis.
I'm going to send him a paddle. Good night, Curtis. Oh. But anyway, that's the plan. It's gonna be a great time. I look forward to it. I hope I get some more interest in it. I've got enough to run a competition just with Viz's kids and Blake and Ryan. So, but I'm sure it's gonna be interesting. Yeah. I think I might just pit Blake and Ryan together apart against each other right off the bat, and just make them throw down just to see what the brotherly love
in the blue corner.
The
last couple of times I've worked David, he's been on paddles, or he's been sending a bug so daggone well I couldn't tell it wasn't a bug.
He says he works you a lot, so I'll never. When does the challenge start, and what do we have to do? Well, the first thing we have to do is I have to get you your waiver form, and then we got to set up when I'm coming down to activate with you and do the stuff. And when I do that, I get to bring another challenge going, because I know that there's somebody else in your household that needs a challenge going. I can't believe she already needs a challenge going.
That's awesome. That was awesome.
I need to do that, Pat. I need to pull out a straight key and just mess with it. I've got that. I've got dads.
I have one around here, but I can't because my wrist. It really hurts my wrist after about 5 minutes or so, where I don't have to move my wrist at all to do that. Yeah, so carpal tunnel's a pain in the butt.
Well, I guess paddles are the way to go to start off with, huh?
Well,
Yeah, it all depends on how you want to learn.
Because I always thought, I've had this for 20 years now, and I always thought I would go with that. But
if you ask any of the experts, they'll tell you to start out with a paddle. Well, I mean, with the straight key.
Straight key.
Okay.
That's what they tell you. But
because you can feel the connection of dits and dons. You can physically feel. You know what I mean?
But if you ask me, I'm going to tell you: are you going to activate with a straight key, or are you going to activate with a paddle? And if you tell me
you're going to activate, period, until I'm proficient with CW.
And if you tell me you're going to activate with a paddle, I'm going to tell you to learn with a paddle.
Yeah.
And I'm not an expert, and I'm not trying to be. So, but here was my mindset in that, and this is why I learned on the paddle. I don't want to relearn something. My brain is already mush enough. Learning CW, my brain is mush enough. That's why I don't write down call signs when I'm hearing them in CW, and people think that I'm retarded. But the end goal is to learn head copy. So why not just start with head copy from the beginning?
Yeah.
So how do you log for CW then?
Okay, so if I'm out activating and I'm listening to that big pile and I hear Dan come through Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November, I send back Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November. And as he's coming back to me, I'm typing in Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November.
Yeah, see, that's totally foreign to me. And I love the way you do it because that's the way your brain works. Me, I have to heart. So if I hear, Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zulu November, I type it into my logger. When I send it back, I read it in my logger as I send it.
Now, when I first started, November 3 X-Ray Lima Sierra was the hardest call in the world for me. I always messed up Joe's call. So when I would hear him, I would have to type his in and look at it. I'm not looking at dits and dots. I'm looking at the letters of his call as I'm sending it. Yeah. So I do know what you mean. I understand what you mean there. And if I type it first, I do, look at it on my computer, and it does probably help me a little bit. But I don't know. It's where my mind works: efficiency. And I want to work a CW pile up like I work a sideband pile up.
Yeah.
I want to, I literally want to go through and put Kilo Delta 9 Uniform Delta Victor. Thanks for the super chat. 5-9. Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November. Wolf 5-9. Kilo 8 Golf Quebec 5-9. I literally want to run this pile just like I do there. And the problem with that is nobody wants to hunt like that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to pay attention to what all I'm saying.
Are you able to pick up the rhythm of the calls though?
Yes.
Okay.
Like there's certain calls, and it's the same thing with the tones, the people's tones.
Mm-hmm.
Once you've worked me so many times, I get your rhythm or your tone. Or Dan's normally a tone. Dan is the tone thing.
Yeah.
I'll hear that tone and just hear the Alpha November, and I know it's Dan. That's all I need. That's why Dan can send like 30 some words a minute to me sometimes, and I'm fine because I know it's him because of the tone, and I hear Alpha November. And it's like Liz has a tone. Not a tone, but Liz has a rhythm. And her Echo Romeo. Sometimes I get double Romeos at the end of other calls, but hers has a pattern. And all I normally hear on hers, I never hear the Whiskey 8 because there's a whole pile, but I'll always hear her Echo Romeo, and I automatically will send back to it. Now here's the thing: you do get people that are similar, and Kilo 9 Alpha Echo and Kilo 8 Golf Quebec, They send similar. They both send at the same time every time, and they're always toward the beginning. And sometimes I go kilo 8. I'm like, no, kilo 9, no, and then I'm like question mark. I know their calls left and right, but they're always right together. And I may have that problem coming up with another Kilo Delta 9 call. Ain't that right, Stephen?
Hey, yeah, and you got all-wheel drive that hits you too.
Alpha Whiskey Delta. Yeah, Whiskey Delta 4, Alpha Whiskey Delta. I have to say his call sign now like he's you. He'll call me and he'll call me inside band. I'm like, Whiskey Delta 4, Alpha Whiskey Delta. And I wonder if he ever like, why does he say my call sign like he totally changes the tone of his voice, and just like Kilo Bravo 9 Juliet Mike uniform. And I can't say that. I have to say Kilo Bravo 9er Juliet Mike uniform because of Kilo Bravo 9er Juliet Quebec uniform. It's just little things like that. They help you. It's same CW, same sideband. You pick up on what you do. That's like, I can't remember who it was. It was somebody the other day, and all they said was, I know it was. All he said was Kilo Golf, and then it stopped. And I said Kilo Golf 4, and threw out the rest of his call. And he come back laughing. He's like, I was on the wrong antenna. How'd you know it was me? I said, I know tones. See, I couldn't remember his call just now because I didn't hear his tone.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stephen, and thanks, Pat, for the super chats.
I thank Stephen, and I'm just now saying, Pat, thank you very much, Pat.
223, that's a good caliber.
Yes, it is. I'm a 5.56 man myself, but it is a good caliber. What do you like better, 223 or 5.56, Dan?
5.56.
308.
7.62 by 39.
That too. 308.
Atom bomb.
Oh, what is the
tungsten rod dropped from heaven?
The King's pile up.
all in one shot?
Yeah, that's what you can do. You can just go over to Afghanistan or something on deployment. Just have your pile up in the desert, and the whole thing will go kapow!
Wait, we're taking Chris to Afghanistan?
That's what I could do. I could go over there and I could spot, and Chris could hunt me. And all of a sudden you just hear kapow, and then war's over.
The sand would turn to glass. Absolutely.
Do I hear calls the way I
Oh, I do.
Some people, I don't say your call like you say your call, but when I'm driving down the road, I hear your call like you call it, Josh. Kilo 4, Lima, India. Yeah, I like the way Josh can come through my pile up really good because of the way he says his call. I like all stuff that comes through like that, but I can't unhear certain things like Kilo Delta 2 happy Japanese women. I can't unhear that stuff.
Quack quack duck. Yeah.
Quack quack duck. Quiet, no talking.
Mm-hmm.
No money. I don't know if you ever worked him. Yeah.
And it's funny because I'm always, November 3 X-Ray Lima Sierra, Whiskey 4 Golf Sierra Sierra. But when Sean hunts me, it's always sugar. It's always sugar because that's the way he said it one time. And if he says Sierra now, I correct him. Just like Mike from Ohio, Kilo Bravo 8, Sugar Hotel.
You correct him. You're a boss when you can correct somebody's own call sign.
Yeah.
You're saying it wrong.
You're saying it wrong.
That's right.
That's not the proper phonetics for your call. It's the proper phonetics for everybody else's call, but not yours.
Well, I'll tell you what, James. I'm really looking forward to this youth challenge you got coming up.
Yeah, it's gonna rock.
I'm excited about it. Like I said, I've ever since I started radio, I've done it for my dad, but I've always liked to get the youth involved in it. When I'm out activating, like at family campouts, campgrounds and stuff, and my grandkids are around, they always come run the mic for me and stuff like that. My grandson, he loves to say 5-9 West Virginia. Everybody's 5-9 West Virginia every time. He sat up there for one night, did a late shift pile up, and I know he was out there for 2 hours. And every single call, 5-9 West Virginia.
That's awesome.
But I absolutely love it, and there's some amazing talent, amazing talent. If some of these kids had the vehicle and the means, I wouldn't be the Pota King. They'd be knocking down the castle doors. I can get out of my castle.
Absolutely.
Because there's some absolute powerhouses out there.
Peter, what's going on, buddy? Cameron, if you're listening, what's up, bud? He wants to know when is the youth challenge?
When is the youth challenge? Well, you send me an email telling me you want Cameron in it, and we're gonna get you a waiver sign saying that it's cool to film him, and then we're gonna set up a time that I come out there and get his part of it done. That's as simple as that, because I already want Cameron in it anyway, so I think that's going to be great.
So basically, now till the end of the year, or are we just going to keep going? Or?
Well,
are we going to make it a 2024 thing?
It won't take me till the end of the year to do it now.
Depends on how many youth you have.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't look for it to be over 15 youths. I don't.
That's great, Liz. You better pack a lunch.
Yeah, Michigan's going to take me the longest for sure.
Yeah, PP Man is going to take a while.
2024, the year of the young ham. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely, but I got to wipe it out soon because I got to do the adult game that you guys let out of the bag.
Unknowingly, we let it out of that.
You can't not tell these guys nothing.
I
didn't. I was just making up suggestions. I haven't heard nothing.
Funnies.
I'm innocent.
I said you can't not tell you nothing.
Great minds think alike.
Never juggle radios. I try, Kent.
Hey,
I know it.
That might be a challenge in the future. Them little mountaintop of radios, they'll flip like anything.
I don't mind staying for another hour, but Frank or whoever's streaming next might get a little bit mad at us.
There you go.
Very nice. Yeah.
Ain't nobody streaming next. This is Wednesday, so this is my night. But you are right. We got to head over to the Patreon chat and the after chat. And if you're not a Patreon and would like to check that out, go over to the Patreon, sign up for Top Activator for free for 7 days, and then message myself, Dan or Hayden. Here's the big kicker. Message myself, Dan or Hayden, so we can get you into the benefits. A lot of people sign up for that free trial and never even remotely want to sign up for Patreon because we don't know they're there because they don't message us and say, hey, we want in on these benefits. You get them free for 7 days, and after that, that's when you decide if you want to stay or not. But, make sure and message us, because if we don't know you're there, we don't know, I get an email and it'll just say George signed up for free trial, and I'm like, who's George? So, but anyway, thank you guys for the chats. I think it's going to be a great time.
Yeah,
and I'm glad that I see Pete's in the chat to get Cameron in on this. So I think that 13 and over is going to be a beast of a category. Not that the little guys ain't going to kill it too. I'm going to have more fun with them guys. Those big guys, Really, I'm just scouting them out. Like, who's going to try to take over my kingdom when they get 18? And
I hope.
We're here. Take this pill. We're going to stunt your growth real quick.
I hope. What I really hope is one of the 13 and under smoke somebody over 13. That would be
cross category.
That would be great.
Well,
it's going to be fun regardless.
It could happen. It could be. Here come the boxing gloves.
Bring it.
Blake and Ryan are going to compete so hard against each other. They're just going to knock themselves out of the competition. They're just going to both be laying there. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Like I said, come over and join us in the after chat, and we'll see everybody over there. 73, everybody.
73.
2024, the year of the young ham.